left, but then her boyfriend threw a bottle.
Threw a bottle at her.
And it shattered at her feet. What the, bro? No. Absolutely not. And then the manager gonna come over and talk about clean that up. Somebody gonna be talking about a slip and fall.
Yeah. Like, bro, like nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing that, bro.
I'm suing this company.
Ooh, is that Lucci?
We back. We back.
Good night.
For those who are not live with us right now and who will watch this later on, I appreciate you too. All right, so we're gonna get right into it, man. We're about to react to Straw. We're about to react to Straw, bro. This Tyler Perry movie, bro.
Put a disclaimer that we didn't actually watch it from beginning to end.
I couldn't.
We took the Cliff Notes.
Yeah, she wanted to watch it. She was willing to suffer. I couldn't suffer no more. I couldn't. I made it through. We watched 20 minutes.
No, we got to when she was outside like, no.
Bro, 20 minutes. I remember looking and seeing 20 minutes, okay? After I seen 20 minutes of the shit, I was just like, I can't. I just can't no more. We skipped through the movie. Skipped to, like, the part where she was in the bank. Skip forward to, like, when she imagined getting shot. And then skip forward to the end where she turned herself in, bro. Where do you want to start, Chalk?
I want to start with the fact that it's hard for me to watch a movie nowadays if it's not presented, if it's supposed to be presented as being realistic, don't do shit and put shit in the movie that it can't happen in real life. Like, why is that lady got all her shit outside like that?
Hold on. So if we're gonna go down the line, right? If you're gonna go down the line of like, no, if you're gonna give a reaction to the movie, tell them start from the beginning. Like you analyze this from the beginning. No, I'm not. I'm talking. No, we laugh.
Okay.
Ain't nothing. We ain't no. You know what I mean,
I got you.
Yeah. No, I'm actually asking you. Like, give it from.
Okay, so from when they first wake up, and she wakes up with her daughter, and they're laying in bed, and her daughter got headphones, and it's 6 o'clock in the morning, and that music is playing.
All right. So 6 o'clock in the morning.
6 a.m.
6
on a weekday.
6 a.m. on a weekday. 6 a.m. on a weekday. The neighbors are playing music, bro.
No, they weren't playing music.
Blasting
they was having
music.
a whole concert.
Blasting music, bro. Blasting fucking music,
and
bro.
And the landlord lives in the apartment complex.
The landlord looks just as broke as she is. And she lives in an apartment complex. Now, hold on. Here's my thing, right? So, even if, let's just say she wasn't the landlord. And let's just say she was the apartment manager. Because, you know, that's her job, too. Why you tripping like that money belong to you?
Why you tripping like that money belong to you? Why you pressing that girl like that?
Why are you pressing that girl like that?
Like standing outside hollering down there talking about, you got my rent!
And what else she said? She said something else corny, bro.
She said if she don't got her rent by today, all her stuff gonna be outside. And then she said, other dude, she said, can you tell him to turn the music down? She said, no, he pays his rent.
She said, hell nah. He pays his rent.
As him and his girlfriend are standing outside chilling with the landlord.
And he talking about some,
What the fuck?
Like, what, bro?
Is this another Friday movie? Like, what are we doing here?
Bro.
Where's Mike Epps? Where's Ice Cube?
So right then and there, for one, I'm normally the person who like analyzes every single thing about movies. Like when it comes to movies, bro, like I overanalyze. Like if you start one scene with like, I don't know, your hair in a ponytail and then they switch scenes and then it comes back to you and your hair is like slightly tilted the other way, bro, I notice that shit. You feel me? Because I pay attention to details that I appreciate. I appreciate when movies have like are very detailed. Like, you know what I mean? Like if my hair's like this in one scene and then it cuts to her and then it cuts back to me, I expect my hair to still be like this, not like this. like I pay attention to that. If there's a magnet on the fridge, I expect that magnet to be there the whole movie.
And not turn sideways.
Not turn sideways.
And that cup better not be empty and then back full.
Bro, that cup better not be empty and then back full. Swear.
Yeah, no, I understand making things a little bit more extra for dramatic effect. But when she walked in that grocery store and then people was
hold on. You gotta take that step. Don't skip too forward. Walk through it. All right, so she left the house. What do you remember?
Her daughter was telling her about how that teacher was like, Mom, she was like, Mom, can I get that $40? Because the teacher made fun of me. The teacher made fun of you? Not your classmates, the teacher?
The teacher made fun of you.
And then she dropped baby girl off and then waved to the teacher. Not walked up to the teacher and confronted her like,
yeah.
What do you, like, first of all, do we need to go to the principal's office right now? Because my daughter's telling me that you're making fun of her because she's broke. Because we're broke.
And that's what I thought she was going to do.
Right.
Now, hold up. Now, because I'm gonna let her go down the list. I mean, I'm gonna let her go, like, walk through the movie and give, like, because we feel the same way. But she's like, her memory is better than mine. I want to applaud Taji, right? Taraji, my bad. Lord. I know, right? I want to applaud Taraji because she wasted a great role.
She got all that. She was sweating.
She sweat the whole movie. You know, I like shit like that.
Baby girl was sweating. She had her hair a little bit together, but when she came back in from the rain, her hair was all beat up. She was a mess.
I respect shit like that. Like, I don't like when people, like, I've watched movies where, like, they done blew up whole buildings and got into gunfights and karate fights, and then they not sweating. Or like the white girl's makeup is still perfect and shit.
When they be like blowing stuff up and then running, heel's still intact, hair still perfectly curled. Yeah. Yeah,
I've seen movies like that.
Yeah.
All right, but go ahead. So take off. You said so. She talked to the teacher.
No, she didn't talk.
I mean, no.
Said,
yeah, she did what she did with her daughter and after her daughter told her about the teacher. Go continue. I'm gonna spread the stream.
So then she's driving to work, gets to work. Walks into mayhem. Absolute mayhem. These people are throwing a fit. Chaos, because there is a line. Throwing a fit. Swearing, hollering, pushing. Like it's Black Friday or something. It's just the grocery store, mind you. There's other grocery stores, mind you. So everybody's in the grocery store. I understand it's the first of the month. Everybody gets food stamps, all that, whatever. So she goes back to this asshole of a boss. Talking to her crazy. Who the fuck do you think you are, sir? Talking to me like that. I don't think she was late, but he was just like, so-and-so called off. Get your ass out there and get to the cash register. Did I say walk? You better run, bitch.
All right. Hold on. So let's start when she walked into the grocery store, bro. I don't mind a grocery store being packed.
That's cool.
Because that's cool. It's how they made all the black people look when it was packed. Now I'm not gonna lie, like in the hood, like people do be frustrated, like yo,
you say some shit under your breath, like God damn.
Yeah, or even if you say something out loud, I get that, I get it. But like when we as black people, when we see other black people, we might be irritated, but when we see other black people doing just as bad as or worse than us, like if we would have seen, it could have been the most hood rat of the hood rat. If they would have seen the way Taraji walked into the store sweating, stressed out.
Baby girl was sweating.
You could just tell that she already was having a bad day. No black people, we don't treat each other like that,
especially not in the same position. Y'all in there with your food stamps. We all down here. Like, no, nobody's gonna treat her like that.
Yeah, we don't treat each other like that, bro.
Absolutely not. Tyler Perry.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know where you grew up.
Like they tried to make it seem like so that was my fourth biggest problem. Like they're overacting. Shorty called Taraji a bitch for no reason.
The one girl, she told her she couldn't use her wick. So instead of just leaving, they left. But then her boyfriend threw a bottle at her, and it shattered at her feet. What the, bro? No. Absolutely not. And then the manager gonna come over and talk about clean that up. Somebody gonna be talking about a slip and fall.
Yeah. Like bro, like nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing that, bro. I'm
suing this company.
Yeah, but like nobody's just gonna throw a bottle at your feet.
She ain't no slave. Yeah. I don't know who this man thinks he is talking to her like that. He don't own the store. You just a manager.
Just a manager. Well, yeah, he definitely don't own the store.
He don't own that damn store.
It's a grocery store. So like, yeah, that was another problem that I had, bro, because like it was overacted. It was dramatic as hell. Like I seen a girl earlier. She said that we just watched earlier in her reaction. It seemed like a comedy.
It was like so over dramatized that you would just like this.
Whoa.
Dramatized.
Yeah. You be talking about all the words that I fuck up.
Dramatization. Dramatization is a word.
No. Let me go ahead and add that to the list of words you fuck up.
Put that down.
Because dramatized.
First of all, whoa. Your tongue did something crazy.
You said dramatized.
Dramatized.
Oh, you said dramatized.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's definitely not a word, but.
Hey Siri.
Dramatized.
Is dramatized the word?
It's definitely not a word. It's
yes.
Not.
Dramatized.
Dramatized. You freaking moron.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Say all that dramatized?
I don't know, but I'm adding this to the list of words.
Add it to the list. Stop. You fucked it up. Okay. Anyway, it was so over the top that we were to think as the audience, if you don't know anything about this movie, you're thinking it's a comedy. You're thinking this is so over the top. This has to be a joke. It has to be a fucking joke. Because I've never in my life. There's such thing as a drama. Like the movie can be categorized as a drama without all that. And then so then the school calls.
Oh, the school calls while she's at work.
This nigga said you got 30 minutes.
Hold on. After she just had a bottle thrown at her
feet.
At her feet.
Sister girl tries to give her some money. She's like, no, girl, we in the same boat. You good.
Her friend tries to give her some money. She was like, nah, girl. We in the same boat. Go ahead.
This nigga said 30 minutes. I'm counting down the seconds. Or you getting whipped when you get back.
He said you getting whipped.
Uncle Ruckus. So then she leaves. Is it on her way there or whenever she's on her way back?
Oh, hold on. You know what? I could probably do this.
Oh, yeah. So, okay. So I'm going to say this to say I found something else about the movie after I was pissed off about this. But CSI or CIS or whatever the
FBI.
The people that come in and get your kid.
CYS.
CYS. First of all, never, ever.
Ho. You got to go in order.
I am. She's at the school now.
So they called this. On
her
way to the school.
No, that didn't happen on her way to the school. It happened on her way back to work. You talking about, dude? The crash happened on her way back to work. When she got to the school, she was cool. She stopped at the bank first, and then they wouldn't give her a little $47 because they said her account was closed, and then she went straight to the school. And then on her way back.
So the bank part. So the bank.
If it happened on her way there, she couldn't have drove to the school.
That's right. Because she didn't get pulled over twice, right?
No.
Okay, all right. So while she's at the bank, we'll let that slide. We'll let the bank part slide because like she wouldn't.
I work at a bank. I sometimes you just gotta tell people that shit.
Yeah. But at the same time, I've also been to the bank and they let me. If like you just seen me yesterday.
Wait, where are you at?
Because when she tried to get her $48, but she couldn't.
No. You're all over the place. So when the first time she went into the bank, she had $47. There was a line. She walks up to the lady.
Oh, she had to wait in a line.
And she had to wait. The lady said, "Well, we have stipulations where if you don't keep a certain balance, we close your account." And she was like, well, you're gonna have to get in line to figure it out. She said, can't you just give me the money? She said, you have to get in line. She couldn't wait in the line because she had to go get her daughter from school, so she just left.
All right, good.
It wasn't about who she was or identity or nothing like that at that point.
Then
she gets to the school, is met by CYS taking away her child because the teacher called.
Brando, what's the deal, bro? Appreciate you sliding.
Because the teacher called and said she doesn't eat a lot. She's always hungry. She doesn't seem clean. Now these are all reasons to call. But they don't just come and take your child away. There's so much that happens before this. They never just come snatch your kids away.
And then her
house didn't get raided.
And then the way. Hey, Brando, comment if you seen this. If you seen Straw, let me know, bro, because you could probably chime in on this, bro. If you didn't, my bad. But okay, so the way they took the child though
was crazy.
This is clearly a freaking 6-7-year-old.
2 people, one on each arm.
Dragging
this baby up the stairs.
Shout out to Bean. Bean said, shout me out. Shout out to Bean. I appreciate you showing up too. He said, nah, I ain't see it. Bro. Just watch it, bro. I didn't watch the whole thing, bro. I watched the first 20 minutes and skimmed through the rest. I couldn't do it, bro. It's horrible, but it's just like, why are you painting black people like this? And why is this acting so, why is this script so bad? Because the acting was okay. But, all right, so let's finish. 2 people had to carry a 6-year-old out. They don't just take your kid.
They don't just take your kid.
And then when she said she has medicine,
they didn't care about none of that. They didn't say, okay, well, here, let's hold on to it. We're going to call her doctor or whatever. We'll get her scripts. We'll get those filled. We'll make sure. They just was like, no, we'll just take her.
Yes, it's that bad. Yes, it's that bad.
She said, we'll be in touch. She said, here's my card.
Yeah. Then when she took her kid, when CYS took her kid and she was like, what am I supposed to do? She said, we'll be in touch.
You're taking my child.
You didn't just repo my car, ma'am.
You took my baby.
You took my child. You didn't just repo my vehicle.
Don't call me, we'll call you.
What?
Crazy. So then Sis is staring at the teacher who she low-key Taraji was a punk in this movie, first of all. She was letting everybody play her. I'm sorry. I know she snapped, obviously, at the end. I understand that, the psychosis and all. But she was letting everybody play her.
Mm-hmm.
From beginning to the end. You letting people talk to you any kind of way. From that landlord to the manager at your job to that bitch that worked at the school that was making fun of your daughter or whatever the fuck. All of that. That cop. Okay, so after she leaves here, then it's raining when she goes outside. So then she's driving, and this cop in a Charger or whatever.
No, at the time she didn't know it was a cop.
We don't know it's a cop.
She didn't know it was a cop at the time, and he just cut her off.
And this nigga stops because she swerves and rolls the window down and was like, "You fucking bitch!" And then she pulls off and he goes, "You're mine."
Like what? No cop says. And then no. He said, "You're gonna wish you never left the house today." And then he chased after her, and then he pulled up next to her. No cops, bro. It was such a horrible.
Smashes into the back of her car just for her to spin stall out. Then she gets pulled over by a police officer as he's running up behind the cop, saying all this wild shit about how he's gonna find a legal way to shoot her in the head.
Yes,
and like all this crazy
the cop,
shit.
When the cop pulled her over and he walked up to her door and he started snapping on her, and then another officer came over and was like, "Just calm down, I got this." He gonna tell Taraji, "I'm gonna find a legal way to blank you in the head." We gotta watch what we say. We're on Twitch.
He was trying to unalive her.
He was definitely trying to unalive, but like nobody talks like that, bro. Nobody says that, bro. Like, all right. So what happened after that?
So then,
she gets her car taken because the officer wouldn't let her because her stickers
it,
were bad.
Her registration was expired.
Her registration was expired.
So they had to repo her car and give her a ticket.
She walked. Okay, mind you, we left out the fact that her boss allowed her to leave. And when her boss said she can leave for what, an hour or 30 minutes. 30 minutes. So her boss allowed her to leave for 30 minutes. And when she went, no.
Yes.
Yeah, her boss allowed her to leave for 30 minutes. But also, during that 30 minutes, she was supposed to pay her rent.
That wasn't, no. She did say that she gets a break at 10 o'clock, but she had just got to work.
Okay,
so
all right, so we'll skip that. We'll forget that part for now. But yeah, she had to walk back from where her car got taken at all the way to work in the rain. This was like the worst day ever for her.
After having her child taken, Sis walks, and her car, Sis walks back to work and doesn't go to the back room, wipe the rain off her face, try to get herself together, walks straight to the register and starts trying to check people out. This nigga gonna go, no. Come on.
He walks up behind her and says,
"No, ma'am, go to the other register."
He walks behind her and says, "I got somebody else working this shift. You took too long. Holla at me in the back."
Holla at me in the back.
He hollers at her in the back and basically cussed her out, called her all type of B words.
All kinds of names. Not allowed to talk to you like that.
Bro.
Call HR.
She said call HR.
Where's your phone? Record these conversations.
Horrible fucking movie, bro. So after that, right? She's like, "Yo, I just want my check. Just give me my last check so I can pay my rent."
That nigga said, "You know company policy. I'm gonna have to send that shit in the mail, bitch."
You gotta send that shit in the mail. You was about to give me my check before I left. Now I gotta get it in the mail. Right? So she gets.
She said it's just back there. You can't just go grab it.
Just give me the check.
You think that's my problem?
She said, "My daughter's sick, blah blah blah." Like, I'm not gonna lie, it was a bad movie, but it was a sad movie, and it was bad because it was sad from start to finish.
But I'm sorry, there's nobody's treating people like this.
It was sad from start. Like, you know, most sad movies, it's like
you get a little bit of comic relief.
Yeah, bro. Like, they have a good moment.
Even Pursuit of Happiness had some good times.
Had some good times, bro. Like, it's like no matter what she did, it was just sad. It was just pity. Feel bad for this black woman.
Like, actually pitiful. Pity. The perfect word. Because all them faces she was making when people was when that cop threw that drink.
All right. So good. Take it from. But don't skip over parts.
No, I don't skip over anything. You keep forgetting where we at.
No, I'm not. But like you're so into like telling them what's going on. You're like tell them about the stupid details about the stupid shit that they fucked up on, right? So all right. So she left. So she got fired. What happened after she got fired? I mean, not when she got. What happened after she got fired, and then they went to the back room, and he was just like, she was talking to him about getting a check. Mm-hmm. What happened?
He said, "Hell no."
No, what happened after that?
She went home.
No, the guy walked in.
That wasn't when that happened.
To rob the place?
No, Lonnie,
when did that happen?
Ended up going back to work after she.
How'd she go back to work after he fired her?
She went back in and was like, "I'm gonna need my check. I'm gonna need."
Yeah,
it.
But like
after going home,
she didn't go home.
Lonnie,
she went
home and all her shit was outside, and then she went back to the job when he was sitting in there on the phone with somebody and was like.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah, that did happen. Oh, yeah, okay, all right. So she went back home. Oh, and that's when she found all her shit.
Shit was outside.
Okay, so
that lady was standing on the porch hollering out at her, "You told me it was gonna happen."
Not that lady, it was her landlord. Her landlord who told her she better have that money. She went back home, and all her stuff was out of her house, out of her apartment.
Does anybody know the eviction process? Because that is not it. You can't do that to people.
Yeah, bro, that's not realistic,
that's not
bro.
allowed.
Like, you don't just say, if you don't have my rent today, all your stuff is out.
There's a process where you have to put a note on the door. There's a 30-day process, and I think you even have to go to court before you can legally take people's shit and move it out. You can't do that.
So after they did that, so while she's picking her stuff up outside of the fucking outside in the rain, she picks her daughter's medicine up, the medicine that she very much needs to keep her daughter alive. So you mean to tell me these evil black people, these evil darker skinned people that they're portraying to be, they're portraying that these people are all of them. That we're just that
people
ghetto.
People at the bank, the landlord,
the people
manager,
at the grocery store. Every black person was just like the worst, bro.
And then this one wanted to unalive her.
Yeah, and then that one wanted to unalive her. So like they were that evil to where they threw the kids' medicine outside.
Come on, bro.
It was just like
in what
and
world?
Then like everybody was so dramatic when they did have a problem with her.
Like the men talking to her crazy.
It was just like overly dramatic. It was just
we ain't working nothing out. No.
All right, so what happened after that? Do you remember?
That's whenever you said we're not watching it no more.
No.
Yes, it is. Oh, okay, no. So then she actually does go back to the job, and that's whenever she's fed up. She's fed up. I'm gonna need my money. She done lost her car. She done lost her baby. She done lost her
everything.
house.
She done lost everything.
All she got is a bag of some stuff in that little clear bag, and she's like, I need my money. He's like, yeah. Lost your job. Don't want to hear it. And then dude comes in like, y'all got Mike and Ike's or something. Whatever the fuck.
Yeah, dude. So there's this tall black dude who comes in, right? And he actually walks to the back. They're not supposed to be, he's not supposed to be in the back of the store.
Yeah.
Okay? So he walks to the back of the store where he's not supposed to be and just says, yo, y'all got some Mike and Ike. Interrupts her and her manager while she's trying to get her money. So he looks at her name and says, something, Janaya. Says her name. So I think they responded, or somebody responded and said they don't have it. Something like that. He just randomly just pulls out a gun. Where's the money at? So he points it at the manager. Where the fuck's the money at? The manager's like, yo, just take this shit. Just take it. Taraji's just sitting there like this, right? Here's another unrealistic moment. Her life's in danger. Mind you, it's gonna all make sense because later on we found out that there's a chance that her daughter may have been dead the whole time. That's like a theory.
Like she was going through psychosis the whole time that all of this stuff is happening. That's the theory. Seems
right.
Like that's the
and that's actually if you enjoyed the movie, if you was one of the people who did enjoy the movie, that's actually a sad part.
And I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it. It's probably gonna be so painful, but I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it. Watch it in general, not rewatch it, but just because I want to see all those little missing pieces. Because I think I would have put that together maybe.
She may have, but I couldn't do too much. I had to skip the shit. I couldn't do it. And
we don't do unaliving kids.
Yeah, but I thought don't even say that. But Twitch is like real crazy, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like they're like they pick and choose. Okay. But yeah, we don't get into that. If I even think a movie,
so we don't partake.
Bro, I'll cut it off because especially when it comes to little black girls, bro. I have daughters, specifically a 7-year-old that looked just like that little girl. There's no way I would have been able to finish that. So that's why we skip forward. Okay, so another unrealistic part was when he's pulling. So he pulls the gun on the manager. He's trying to take the money.
She was like,
oh no, the guy's giving him the money. The manager's just here, take the money.
He wants her to pick it up and give it and collect it for him, the dude, and she
picks it up and was like, no,
I need this money.
No, I need this money. While he got a gun pointed at her.
Oh.
So now she's about to risk her life for the money after she already lost her. Like that just didn't. So she wound up tussling with a grown young man. He was a young dude. 2 guys were there, by the way.
Yeah, dude in the hallway I guess he was just standing there for show.
He had a gun too. She tussles with the guy. Nobody falls to the ground. She doesn't kick him in the groin, punch him in the face. She just overpowers him for his pistol. So she takes the gun off him. Then she gotta clap him. She claps him. The other guy, the other robber, looks at her and just runs with his pistol.
You know the part about this whole situation that irritates me the most? It's not even that. It's the fact that she also, as the manager's picking up the phone, bitch, you going to jail. Da-da-da-da-da. I can't believe, look, you in cahoots, he knew you, blah, blah, blah. He's on the phone saying all your name, first, last name, all this. I fired her today, spilling all the tea. And then she waits till after the conversation to clap him.
Well, hold on. Well, she was on the phone with the police. You gotta let him know.
That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry. He was on the phone with the police.
He picked up the phone and called the police and start turning her in as if she set the whole robbery up.
Yes, your instinct isn't like she waited until after he said everything and then pow.
And then she clapped him.
Right. Come on.
Let me see. Since it like M. Night Shia Milan. What? Oh, hold up. What? Oh, what the hell? I don't know what the hell. Oh, he said sound like a Night Shyamalan movie. Is that? Am I saying that right? Shyamalan movie. I never seen that.
Shyamalan.
I never seen that. What movie is that, bro? Or did you misspell that? Let me know. But yeah, bro. So she overpowered a grown man for the gun. Her manager calls the police on her in front of her and blames her for the whole robbery. She wind up clapping the manager. Now that was the only bad thing she did wrong that whole movie, for real. She did clap him. She should have clapped him earlier, but she didn't. She clapped him at that very moment.
That wasn't the only bad thing she did.
That was the first bad thing. I'm sorry. That was the first.
It spiraled from here.
Bro, so now we on some shit like, well, you're really screwed now. Before you was just having a super bad day. He said, old school director might be before your time. Yeah, it might be. Yeah, it might be. Yeah, I don't. So she leaves. Where'd she go after that?
I don't know, because that's when we started skipping through the movie.
Okay, yeah, we skipped through the movie.
But we paused. We stopped around whenever she was in the bank, and then she was actually at the teller line at this point, and she is trying to cash her check, which I don't understand why she's trying to cash her check, because she had that bag of money, so I don't know where the bag of money went. I'm confused. But she was in there trying to cash her check. I don't know how she got the check. She must have found it. I don't know. We skipped
forward, so she probably locked. For all we know, she got robbed for the money.
No, for real. For real. She probably saw the other dude that ran and probably
he probably took the money. Or all the customers jumped her for the money on the way out. Somebody took the money from her. We don't know.
Some 10-year-old boy was walking outside like stole it from her. Like, just the weakest situation.
But she got
or
that damn
check. Or the wind blew too hard and it.
But whatever unfortunate event happened to her,
she ended up getting a check.
She wound up getting her check, the original check that she was just fighting for, that she deserved.
Probably $125. What? So she goes into the bank and tries to cash the check and Alicia Keys is at the time. I don't know who that woman was, but she looked like Alicia Keys. Somebody gonna roast me because I'm sure she's a very prominent actress. She looks familiar, but she
doesn't know actresses and actors, guys.
I do.
I have to tell her every person. I have to tell her everybody.
Anyway, so the girl is. I understand her frustration. She's talking about, I need to see your ID. She's like, you've waited on me before. Stop this. Stop doing this. I need to cash my check. Stop playing with me. Just cash the check. As a teller, you are allowed to put known client. So I don't know why this girl was giving her a hard time. Everybody's giving her a hard time. So she had to pull the joint out. Like, stop playing with me.
Did she meant to pull it out, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
She slammed it on the counter and said, cash my check.
So now at this point, to me, she's just like in a psychotic mind state.
She's in a psychotic rage.
Yeah, she's in a psychotic rage.
She's not even herself.
She's not herself. And then after that, when she did that, I was just like, I think that's where I skipped forward again. Mm-hmm. Maybe a little after, but I skipped forward again and was just like, I'm not about to do this. Bro, don't you know I skipped forward a whole 40 minutes and she sat in and it was just the scene of her in that bank.
Yeah, so the rest of the movie, basically the whole movie just is in a bank. It's like the first 35 minutes is like life stuff and then bank, and then at the very end, she,
So she did the rest of that time in the bank, and then we wind up skipping forward and we see Tiana Taylor. Tiana Taylor doing a horrible fucking acting job. Horrible. She was a detective. I don't know who the
whack wig.
Bro, with that whack ass wig. I don't know whose idea it was to make Tiana Taylor the fucking detective. The head detective at that.
I don't think she was like that. I think she
was like probably second in command, if something like that. But when we skip forward, she's negotiating with Taraji.
She was empathizing with Taraji.
And she's like trying to, get her to release the hostages or whatever like that. Like I said, did a horrible job and that wig sucked. So I don't think I could have took no more after that again. I think I wound up skipping forward even more, and then I wind up seeing her a bunch of beams on her chest and seeing her get shot. Okay, then I skipped forward a little bit more and she was still alive. So I'm like, okay, she must have imagined it or some shit like that. We skip forward a little bit more and mind you, another piece that was just corny as hell, when they were in the police truck negotiating with her. You have a distraught mom or distraught woman in the bank, didn't threaten to shoot nobody, hostages in there, never told nobody. Well, as far as we are concerned, as far as we know, I don't think she didn't tell nobody they couldn't leave, but we did skip forward, so she might have said nobody could leave. But I don't think she said that, because while they were negotiating, she clearly said, I don't want to hurt nobody, multiple times. So I'm just assuming that she didn't say, nobody leave. She never pointed the gun at anybody.
Yeah, but there was a point where they said she let 2 hostages leave. She didn't let all of them leave, so there must have been she must have.
Oh, because she knew they were going to come in
after
after that.
She was on the phone with Tiana Taylor, and she was like, "You're lying. Hang up the phone. Hang up the phone." So she, in her head, knew that like what was going on.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
So
maybe she
wasn't
were
trying to hurt
technically.
nobody, but at that point, she was like, "I'm in it now."
Yeah, she's holding hostages.
Yeah,
all right,
like
all
y'all
right.
about to take me to jail.
All right, so she held the hostages. We can pretty much say she held the hostages.
Apparently, at some point, she went live somewhere and then like was spewing all her business, and everybody in the whole town came and was outside with posters and signs talking
supporting
about, "We
her."
stand for you." What type of man?
But the whole thing, it was just like, it leaves you stuck in between. Like, is this an unrealistic movie? Because I don't want to say fictional, because like that just deals with like being realistic and not realistic, or no, being true or not. But like, I don't want to say like, because it was like a fictional movie, but then it was just like unfictional, because like, hold on, what's the opposite of fiction?
Fiction is fake.
Yeah, my bad. It was like a realistic movie. I ain't been in school in a minute. Don't judge me. It was like a realistic movie, but then it was like a fictional movie at the same time. It was weird because like you can see these things happening to someone, but at the same time, the way they're happening.
They were putting things in to not let her win by at any means necessary. It doesn't matter what she could have possibly done. She could have tried. She could have woke up and did everything the totally opposite, and it still would have ended up the same way, because every single thing that she tried to do, all these unrealistic things were happening. Them taking her child, not coming to the house first and setting up in a meeting and being like, well, this is a warning and we're going to set up a meeting to come to the house.
It was like a big ass bad dream.
Like the whole everything.
It was like a big ass bad dream.
It was a bad
now,
dream.
even if the main plot of the movie was to say, oh, she's imagining these things the whole time, it still doesn't make sense for those events to happen to her. That is just so unrealistic. It was like, but I'm gonna keep it real. If y'all ever seen that movie with Joey Badass, I forgot what the movie was, but like Joey Badass, every time he wakes up, the same cop keeps killing him. Like he wakes up, the cop kills him. And then once he dies, he wakes up again and he tries to go about it a different way so he doesn't die. You ever see that?
Yeah.
I think I showed you that. That nigga had a better day than she did.
No, for real.
For real, like.
It's crazy, and it's just like I saw somebody try to compare it to John Q. I was like, don't you dare disrespect that movie. Don't you dare disrespect.
Yeah. People was comparing it to a bunch of different things. I definitely heard John Q.
Yeah.
John Q is definitely not one of them.
I don't know. So Tyler Perry with this, like, and I know he does the over dramatics and stuff like that. If
This was bad.
If you've seen Four Color Girls, I'm not gonna say too much, but if you've seen Four Color Girls, that's the type of stuff that he does that pisses off the whole. But
this movie right here, I think it pissed off everybody.
I don't think it pissed off everybody. I'm on TikTok. Everybody on there.
But I think all those people want to feel that way. They don't want it to be a fail.
You have to
and then when people tell you a movie's good, and then you watch it and see everybody else's reactions, then you just get caught up in their reactions. Like, oh, the movie's so good.
Yeah, you don't have to say that just because everybody else. That was not a good movie.
That movie sucked.
That was not a good movie.
That movie sucked. From the acting, and I can't even, like I said, Taraji, they could have had somebody else play her. They wasted money on her.
I think there's a way you can go about it as a director to make it realistic and still make us feel so bad for her. It's not that I couldn't feel bad for her, but it was just everything was so unrealistic that I'm just like, this isn't really like this. There's no way this stuff is happening. It was
like a mixture between a Tyler Perry movie and a Tubi movie. It was literally a Tubi movie. Because like there was parts where it was great acting and you would get caught up in it and you would actually feel sorry, and then it would change to another scene where like we said, the police officer.
That police officer scene was from Tubi.
Like what, bro? That was a Tubi guy. Like that was a Tubi scene.
No way. You're mine.
Bro, it literally seemed like Tyler Perry said, you're a new actor, you just started yesterday, write a script, I'll put my name on it so it sells. Like literally, that's what it sounded like. That's what it looked like. So we just skipped to the end basically, and where she walked out, where she finally submitted her or turned herself in, and she turned herself in with one of the hostages, which was a black lady in the movie. Is that girl Spears or whatever? Is that who you were talking about?
It's not Spears, but Sharon something, yeah.
Sharon.
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was one of the ladies that worked in the bank, and they obviously got close while she had Stockholm syndrome, and she's holding her hostage.
And she turned herself in, and when she finally turned herself in,
Tiana Taylor.
Yeah, Tiana Taylor walks up and arrests her. Nice to meet you. Everybody's cheering. She gets in a cop car. So I say, fuck that. I want to see more. I'm gonna just skip all the way to the end. I go 2 blocks and credits. 2 little blocks of, when you're skipping forward on Netflix, and we got credits.
That was the end of the movie.
So we're like, yo, go look on the clip, Brando brother. So we like, yo, that's how it ended? It just ended like that? Like she don't get away, no hero, she's no hero, there's no hero. Are we supposed to see what y'all are seeing. No, you're not supposed to see what we're seeing because I just we can't stream the movie actually, and we're on YouTube, so like it's just showing clips in the background of the movie or like screenshots of the movie. The movie just came out, so it won't even be on YouTube, and I can't stream the movie or they'll flag me. But yeah, bro, that's how the movie ended, bro. It was just, I feel like if I would have watched the rest of that movie, it would have just made me madder. See, the movie, all it does is make you mad and sad. Literally, just mad and sad.
But it's just so much unrealistic anger and sadness.
Yeah.
I don't know. The only thing that I get is if she snapped because her daughter died. Oh, I'm so sorry. If she snapped because of the situation with her daughter, I get that. I completely get that. But all of the other stuff that was happening that was so unrealistic, that was the stuff that it made it the whole movie. It taints the whole thing. When you have a good plot and that's all, and you sprinkle all that crap on it, throw the whole thing away.
Throw the whole movie away, bro. It was just, but yeah, bro, that's how it ended, bro. I couldn't do it, literally, because like I said, I have a child, I got a little girl, so like anytime it comes to like movies that involve children and their unfortunates, if I can deal with them like being poor and broke and stuff like that, like like I watched G-Baby, like G-Baby was different. But like and even today, like if Hardball came out right now that I'm an adult, I'd probably be like, damn, that shit'll hurt me.
And how lazy is that? I'm sorry, go ahead.
But I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's something about when stuff like that happen to little girls.
But and how lazy of a like the kicker in the movie, the crescendo of the movie, that is so lazy. Of course everyone's gonna cry. Of course everyone's
that
gonna
was
cry.
like low hanging fruit,
like,
bro.
Come on, bro.
It was low hanging fruit, bro.
You didn't have to work for that.
Like I'm gonna
just make that the movie and turn it off. Everyone's gonna cry.
I'm gonna keep it real. Like nobody's who watched that movie from front to back is gonna want to go back and watch it.
No.
The only reason she gonna go back and watch it is because I wouldn't let her watch the whole thing because I couldn't watch the whole thing. Yeah. But nobody's gonna watch that movie and say. And like a couple months later and be like, oh shit, I just want to sit down and watch this movie again. No. Why would you want to put yourself through that? Literally.
Perry, that's strike 2 with kids with you. That's strike 2.
What did you do the first time?
Second for Color Girls.
What happened?
When Michael Ealy.
He produced that or he directed that?
For Color Girls?
Yeah, when he dropped them kids off the balcony. Yep. But I think that was based off a true story though.
Who said?
I think I seen the video of that.
I have to look that up because that shit is wild.
We can look it up right now. Yeah, and look, I still never seen that movie. I just seen that clip,
no,
and everybody hates him for that.
On the sidewalk scrubbing, bro. That movie is.
I still never seen the movie. I just heard about it. Hold on, we're gonna look it up. Was colored
4? The number 4.
Oh, it's called 4 Color. What?
4. The number 4. Put the number 4.
Hold on. Relax. I understand you're all frustrated. I want to know, is that the name?
Yes, 4 Color
Girls. Oh, okay, 4 Color Girls. Okay.
But it's not FOR. Yes.
She's like she's
colored.
She need to relax, y'all.
Colored Girl.
I know how to spell. You the one who can't spell.
Based on a real movie.
I have a list of stuff you can't.
Based on a truth.
I got it.
Based.
I have a list of stuff that you can't spell. Shall I read it to the stream?
It's not based on a true story. Whoever told you that lied.
No, I didn't. I said I think I seen something
AI knows
like
everything.
Oh.
Yeah. So I don't know. I was so disappointed. Very much. What is this? Oh, are you putting that on?
I didn't put it on. It's on my YouTube browser.
Okay.
What were you saying?
Nothing. I was just saying the movie overall.
Trash.
Just didn't do it for me.
Trash. F out of F.
No, y'all. We was so ready to watch this movie. We had our snacks. It was all cozy. Had our little drinks and stuff.
Yeah, I went to the gas station and spent like $30 on snacks to sit down and watch this movie. Very disappointed. Tyler Perry. I can't believe I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I can't even believe you did this, bro. I can't even believe it. Like I would have watched the Madea play from 2003. Facts. On a disc.
It's a lot.
Scratched up disc, skipping with Mr. Brown, Ashy. I would have watched one of them before I watched this. Yeah. Anybody who says this is a good movie.
What part good? Where good?
There's nothing good about this movie, bro. Nothing's good, bro. But I mean, if y'all like it, I hate it.
They gotta stop showing that part where her outside like.
Yeah, bro. They got us with the clips, bro. Like the thumbnails in the clips, they did a good job at that. Like when a daughter, like when a little girl, hold on, like it is set. Like there is moments where I'm like, there was a moment where I was like, That shit's sad, bro. Like, that shit broke my heart. When she took her daughter. That's it. Everything else is pity. Horrible fucking movie, bro. Only on Netflix. Keep it there. But that's our reaction, man, to Tyler Perry's straw.
It was her last straw.
That was my last straw with Tyler Perry. That was my last straw.
Straw that broke the camel's back, Tyler.
I might give him one more chance. This was one of the movies where it doesn't matter who acted in the movie. It was a bad script.
No, because Taraji can act her butt off.
It don't matter who acted in it. It don't matter. It was a bad script. Horrible script.
No good.
So, yeah. That's our reaction to it, man. Appreciate y'all showing up. Appreciate y'all showing love, man. Got a nice little hour in real quick. I mean, shout out to Brando. Brando, as soon as we're off of this, which is about to be in like 30 seconds, I got to find out how to make you a mod. Once again, I just went live. I didn't let nobody know. I just went live because I'm trying to get my hour in, my hour a day, averaging 3 viewers so I can monetize. But once I turn you into a mod and stuff, bro, then, obviously I'll start letting you know before I go live, and then we can promote it. I can spend all day promoting the joint. We'll get some real viewers up in here. I do got people who go back and watch my clips though. Like everybody like always hit me the next day and they all go back and watch my joints on Twitch. But we need them live viewers like here, like right now. And I don't know how many views we got because on my computer it'll say 3, and then on my phone where I really like to read the chat it'll say 5. So yeah, but we're actually going to take the time to promote, especially towards the weekend. Hey, Brando, this weekend, I'm a podcast in Baltimore. They've been tweaking for me to come down to the podcast. I met him through my boy Manny's Mania. He's big. I don't know if you know him, but he do all the skits about God being OG and stuff. Reggie, Girl He Funny, Reggie the streamer. That's his hometown, Baltimore. But he was on the podcast, and they want me to come on the podcast this weekend. I'm streaming. I'm actually IRL. So I'm going to go IRL. I'm going to try to go IRL the whole time down to Baltimore. My whole experience down there. Like the drive down there, the 3-hour drive down there, booking into the hotel, all that shit. I'm going to try my best. I got my cameraman and everything. When we get to the podcast, I don't know if I'm going to stream the podcast because I want their content to be their exclusive content. But when we come back, Damar Hamlin, Celebrity Game. I don't know if you know. I don't know when the last time you was out here, bro. I don't know the last time you was in Pittsburgh, but Damar Hamlin, Celebrity Game, popping. Everybody's supposed to be there. Let's check that out. Let me show you who's supposed to be there real quick. It's gonna be popping. Last year's was popping. He hit an ankle breaker. Damar Hamlin hit an ankle breaker game winner on a girl. Made her fall for the game though. It was lit. He didn't like spam her or like take advantage of her or nothing like that. But like it happened so perfectly. Ham. So this is where we at next week or this weekend, bro. Cause after the Baltimore podcast, that Saturday when I do the podcast, I'm dipping back to Pittsburgh. Oh shit, you can't even see. And this is what we doing. You see who gonna be there? Stephon Diggs, Tyreek Hill, Quinn Cook, Neon, all in Pittsburgh. Gilly the Kid, Tyler Boyd. You feel me? Keon Coleman, Aaron Donald. What? Deion Dawkins. What? Bro, everybody gonna be out here for the celeb game. That's Ghost. That's the game winner. That's Damar Hamlin. All right, so like, yeah, bro, it's about to be a movie, B. It's about to be a movie, bro. So like, I gotta, and like I said, I'm promoting it. I'm sharing my links. I'm doing all that, bro. We gonna get some viewers up in here. So I definitely need you to be a mod, bro, because I'm not gonna be paying no attention to my chat, bro. I'm gonna make sure it's popping in this motherfucker. You hear me? I'm going to make sure it's popping. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to need you to be my mod and just pay attention to the chat because 9 times out of 10, somebody's going to be holding the camera with the live. And I'm going to just be interacting and talking to people, bro. Interviewing people, trying to see hella ass shaking. Then the next day, which is a Sunday, there's a thing called Slappers and Bangers. It's where the whole city come together outside in Pittsburgh, and it's just a spot where everybody turn up. That shit be popping. And I'm linking up with a couple other streamers. I done talked to streamers on Instagram, different guys. We gonna link up, do some IRLs. Get my hair be twisted. I've been on stream looking a mess for months. I'm getting a haircut. You know what I mean? I'm in my bag. Yeah, bro. It's gonna be a ball, bro. We gonna turn up. We gonna have some fun, man. We gonna run up these viewers, man. Right now, like I said before, we just trying to average 3 viewers. Or 3+ viewers, which we've been doing a good job, but I got to stream every day. This was a pretty good stream for me not to give any notice. So I ain't gonna keep talking, man. I appreciate you showing up. I appreciate whoever else was up in here being by me. I appreciate you. Brando, I appreciate you. And Brando, if you ain't doing nothing, bro, call me right now. FaceTime me right now. So we can figure out how to make you a mod. It's Lil Lucci, man. We be live tomorrow. Hey, yo!